Xukai breaks down on live TV. What Tan Songyun did next shocked everyone. It was supposed to be a night of celebration. A glamorous award show, the kind where stars sparkle brighter than the lights above them. But that night, Xukai wasn't shining. He was breaking. As the cameras rolled and millions watched, something unexpected unfolded. Raw, emotional, and painfully real. And what Tan Songyun did next left the entire nation in shock. Hold on tight, K-drama family, because this journey is only just beginning. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The revelations, the emotions, the moments that will change everything. The moment that started it all. It happened during a live interview segment. Xukai, seated center stage, was asked about his recent struggles balancing fame, work, and personal life. At first, he smiled, that polite, composed expression the world knew so well. But when the host pressed deeper, asking about loss, loneliness, and the pressure of being perfect, something inside him cracked. His voice trembled. He tried to answer, but the words caught in his throat. Then, suddenly, in front of everyone, Xukai lowered his head and began to cry. The audience fell silent. No one knew what to do. No one dared to move. For a few seconds, all that could be heard was the sound of him struggling to breathe through the tears. "I'm sorry," he whispered. I'm tired. I didn't mean to lose control." And then, from the edge of the stage, Tan Songyun appeared. What Tan Songyun did next. She wasn't supposed to be there yet. Her segment was scheduled later in the program. But when she saw him break, she didn't hesitate for a second. Ignoring the cue from producers and the chaos in the control room, Tan Songyun walked straight onto the stage. Without saying a word, she knelt beside Xukai, took his shaking hand, and said quietly, just loud enough for the mic to catch, "You don't have to apologize for feeling." The audience gasped. Even Xukai froze. For a long, silent moment, the two simply looked at each other, her eyes steady, his filled with tears. And then, Tan Songyun gently pulled him into a hug. The crowd erupted, not in cheers but in applause. Real, emotional applause. The kind that comes when humanity breaks through the performance. The moment that went viral. Within minutes, social media exploded. Clips of the moment spread across every platform. Xukai cried, and Tan Songyun comforted him like family. That wasn't acting. That was real. I've never seen something so genuine on live TV. By morning, hashtags like hashtag Xukai breaks down, hashtag Tan Songyun comforts Xukai, and hashtag real friendship in showbiz dominated trending lists across Asia. Even international outlets picked it up, calling it the most human moment in celebrity television this year. Behind the tears. Later that night, during an off-camera segment, Xukai opened up privately to reporters about what led to his emotional collapse. "It's been hard," he admitted softly. "People see the success, the fame, but not the exhaustion. Sometimes you forget how to breathe. You forget that you're allowed to feel." And when asked about Tan Songyun, he smiled for the first time that evening. "She didn't just comfort me," he said. "She reminded me I'm not alone. That's something I'll never forget." Tan Songyun's response. When asked later why she ran on stage, Tan Songyun's answer was simple, honest, and humble. He didn't need a co-star in that moment. He needed a friend. No PR polish. No scripted line. Just truth. And it was that truth that resonated with millions. Because in an industry built on perfection, two stars had shown the world what it meant to be real. The aftermath. In the days that followed, both Xukai and Tan Songyun trended nonstop. Their fan bases united in love and admiration, calling their bond the most beautiful friendship in entertainment. Producers from the awards show later confirmed that nothing about the moment was planned. Even the staff watching backstage were in tears. "We see celebrities every day," one crew member said. "But that night, we saw human beings." A new side of Xukai. After the incident, Xukai took a brief break from public appearances. But when he returned weeks later, calmer, more grounded, fans noticed a change. His interviews were more reflective, his smile more sincere, and his friendship with Tan Songyun stronger than ever. At a later event, when a reporter asked how he was doing, Xukai paused before answering. "Better," he said simply, "because someone reminded me that it's okay to be vulnerable." The silence after the storm. When the lights dimmed and the show ended, Xukai didn't return to the afterparty. He quietly left the venue with his manager, his head lowered, trying to process what had just happened. But what he didn't know was that outside, beyond the flashing cameras, fans were waiting, not for gossip, but for reassurance. They held posters that read, "You don't have to be perfect, Xukai. We're proud of your honesty." It was the first time his fans weren't cheering for his acting. They were cheering for him. The visit no one expected. The next morning, reporters camped outside Tan Songyun's home, hoping for a statement. She said nothing. Instead, she did something far more powerful. Without alerting the press, she drove to Xukai's apartment, a small bouquet in hand. No cameras, no assistants, just her. When he opened the door, still looking lost from the night before, she smiled gently and said, "You look like you needed a friend more than an audience." Inside, she sat with him, not talking about the show, not about the tears, just about life. They ordered takeout, watched old comedies, and, for a few hours, pretended the world wasn't watching. That day, something unspoken formed between them, a quiet understanding that fame couldn't touch. Social media reacts. As fans replayed the clip over and over, something remarkable happened. Thousands began opening up about their own struggles. Comments flooded in. "If Xukai can cry, maybe I can too. Tan Songyun's kindness made me believe in good people again." What began as a viral moment turned into a movement. Mental health organizations even praised both stars for breaking the stigma surrounding vulnerability in the entertainment industry. Hashtags like #It'sOkayToBreakDown and #StandWithXukai began trending across Asia, turning that emotional night into something far greater than either star had imagined. The on-screen magic returns. Months later, Xukai and Tan Songyun reunited, this time, not by chance, but by choice. They began filming a new project together, a romantic drama that, ironically, explored themes of emotional healing and forgiveness. From the first day of filming, insiders noticed something different. Their chemistry was effortless. Their eyes told stories even before the dialogue began. One crew member revealed, they didn't have to act anymore. You could feel the care, the warmth. It wasn't performance. It was real. And audiences noticed it too. When the series premiered, it shattered viewership records within hours. Not because of the script, but because of the truth behind the screen. Xukai's open letter. Shortly after the show's success, Xukai posted something on his personal account that brought fans to tears once again. "I once thought showing emotion was weakness. But that night, I learned that courage isn't hiding your pain, it's facing it. To those who stood by me, and to one person who reminded me what friendship truly means, thank you." Though he didn't name her, everyone knew who he meant. Tan Songyun's reply. A few hours later, Tan Songyun replied with a single line that broke the internet. "Real strength is quiet, and you've always had it. No hashtags. No publicity. Just words. Pure, honest, and heartfelt. A bond beyond cameras." Today, Xukai and Tan Songyun remain close, not as co-stars chasing headlines, but as friends who found comfort in each other's humanity. They appear in interviews together, teasing, laughing, and supporting one another in ways that feel almost sibling-like, warm, honest, and unwavering. Insiders say they still check in on each other regularly. No drama, no gossip, just quiet friendship in an industry where loyalty is rare. In a world where perfection is scripted and emotion is rehearsed, Xukai and Tan Songyun reminded us of something profoundly simple. That kindness still matters. That vulnerability isn't weakness. And that sometimes the most powerful moments aren't written in a script, but in the silence between two people who understand each other completely. Because when the lights fade and the applause ends, what remains is truth. And that, in the end, is what makes them unforgettable.